Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Another great edition of Bring It in the House podcast show where we spotlight musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. And of course, I'm your host, Millie Mills. We have a fantastic show in the house tonight. We have veteran singer, songwriter, inventor, musician, Glenn Gordon. Woohoo!
Oh, thank you so much for that introduction.
You are welcome, Glenn. It is so wonderful to have you on the show, man.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Really, I'm
Yes.
extremely happy.
Yes, man. Congratulations on all your success. You've been
Thank-
doing things. Woo, you could tell us some things about this whole music industry, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, I've worked behind the scenes in the music industry for over 22 years. I set up from everybody from Beyonce to Mariah Carey to
Oh,
any rapper to any singer, Frankie Beverly, you name them all. I've set up shows for all of them. I rigged for a lot of them.
oh, that is wonderful, man. Well, we want to hear. That's why we got you here, so you can share a little of that knowledge with us. And first of all, we like to kick things off on the show when you tell us a little bit about where you're from, your hometown. Shout out to your alma mater. Who you representing tonight?
Well, I have to always represent Hemingway, South Carolina. Of course, you know we say Kakalaki, but Hemingway, South Carolina, population 529.
Woo!
About 400 of them is my cousins.
You're so funny, Glenn. I love it. So, in other words, you're trying to say everybody kind of know each other in those small towns, huh?
Oh yes, because when I was married once. When I got married, I had to leave town. I didn't want to marry my cousin.
Exactly, exactly. Well, I'm from a small town in Arkansas originally myself, so I get
Yeah.
it. We got a lot of cousins there.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, so what high school did you attend?
I attended high school. Believe it or not, the high school actually was named after the town Hemingway. But I used to go to a school called Shavers High School. That was before the schools had integrated. But when the schools had integrated in 1970, then I was sent to the school called Hemingway, which was named after the little town that I'm from, which is Hemingway High School.
Wow. And what's your mascot? Wildcats? What were you guys?
We were the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils.
We were the Blue
Woo!
Devils. We spanked on the basketball court now. On the basketball court, we were good.
You really good, yeah.
Oh, we were good on that basketball court.
With a name like that, you got to live up to it, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Blue Devils. And so I was just reading over your press release that your publicist sent over to me. Man, it's wow, I love it. And you were a veteran in the U.S. Army, correct?
Yes, I was. I did 15 and a half years. I did 8.5 years active duty, 7 years reserve. And, I've just been blessed because, during that time, Millie, coming up in the 70s, and I graduated from high school in 73. So my parents definitely weren't going to let me move up north. They weren't going to let me go to New York or none of those type of places. So my only outlet was to join the military. Either join the military or either be a farmer. Now, nothing wrong with farming, but I did enough farming. I did enough farming in my 17 years until it was time for me to find another outlet. So I joined the military.
All right. Well, that wasn't a bad choice because
It really wasn't.
Yeah, you got a chance to see the country. You guys do a little traveling and everything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can't go wrong with that.
Nah.
Glenn, you got a show after this. When we get finished, you're going on to the stage tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna be going over there performing tonight, and I tell you, I have some fantastic musicians that supports me. I mean, these guys, they play. Now, I'm one of these kind of guys from the old school band, like how George Clinton and Sly and all them kind of guys were back in the day. Back in the day, you had these cats to where they all support one another. So, all of these band members, they support one another. It wasn't like, no, we were just one band and that was it. It's like, if you need a keyboard player to play with you tonight, hey, I'll be over there. If you need a bass player to play with you tomorrow, I'll be. And that's how I got my guys. My guys are so great. They knew I went through some hip replacements, so I hadn't been on stage in about 3 years. But they went, they got other musicians that they play with and everything. But whenever I need them, I don't have to do anything to pick up the phone.
Just pick up the phone.
And they're there. Matter of fact, one of them sitting in the car right now, right next to me. This is my right-hand man. He's like my little brother. But he's always here. He's always got my back.
Oh, that's good. And everybody needs that. We all need
Yes.
that, you know. So I'm so thankful. What is his name?
His name is Tommy Johnson, but we call him T Man.
T Man. Well, T Man, we thank you for being there for Glenn and because we all need each other. Now, Glenn, you've
Exactly.
been doing this so long, man. Give us a little backstory on how your music career took off.
Well, I tell you, like I first started off like when I was in Germany. I was in Germany back in the early '70s, and
Mm-hmm.
sung with a lot of bands over there. wasn't really good music. I wasn't really a decent musician at the time, so I did a lot of vocals. Then I
Mm-hmm.
got back to the States, came back to America, and then I started learning a little bit more about how to play the bass and everything. When I went back to Germany, I started my own band. When I got over there, we played primarily on post, and the band was called Gigi and the Shockwaves. That was back in the day. It's
Back
Gigi
in
and
the
Friends now, but then it was Gigi and the Shockwaves.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
So I always try to trademark myself. So Gigi is my trademark name.
Okay. And about what year was that when you Gigi and the Shockwaves? What year was that?
That was back in 78, 70, 78, 79. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
we were doing our thing. We had it going on. I mean, and during that time, Millie, there was a lot of musicians over there that were stationed on different posts, and we was
Mm-hmm.
over there at the same time, and I didn't know it. And right now today, this show that we're putting on today that we could be performing today,
Mm-hmm.
one of the guys here, me and him been friends now for over 30 years, but he was stationed in Germany the same time I was there. But he was on a different post performing. And
Mm-hmm.
we both was performing on different posts and stuff. We were stationed there over there at the same time, and we didn't realize that not until about 20 years later. We both was over there at the same time.
Oh, that's amazing. And you didn't
Yeah,
and you didn't even realize it.
yeah, we didn't even know each other at that time.
Wow. Wow. Well, see, it's just amazing. You never know how your paths are going to cross. And here you are today, all this, what, 30, 40 years later, man.
Exactly.
How do you keep it going like that, Glenn?
Well, I'll tell you, Millie, like having the quality musicians around me,
Hmm.
it makes you kind of brave and make you want to try things. I mean,
Yes.
there's a lot of people out here that's stuck on playing just cover music, and there's nothing wrong with playing cover music. There's a lot
Yes.
of people out here, real good professionals at playing other
Hmm.
people's music. But to
Hmm.
me, I want to play my own. I want to play some stuff that I created myself. And the
Right.
musicians that supports me, like T Man, they allow me
Mhm.
the opportunity to expand and be who I am.
To
And
be who you are.
so many of us afraid to take a chance, not just in music, but a lot of things we're too afraid to take a chance in it because we think we're not good at it. You don't know
Exactly.
unless you try.
You got to
So
try
a
it.
lot of time we tried, the music wasn't on point, the keys wasn't right. I was singing too
Mhm.
high, you're singing too low. Me and T Man and all of us, we put our little 2 cents in. We all work together. It's like a
Mhm.
recipe. We put it all
Yes.
together, came up with a good recipe, and it came out so well. Do you remember the old school band called Brick back in the day?
Yeah, I love break dance, dance, discotheque,
Yeah,
dance.
the music was so good. The music was so good. We gave Jimmy Hornman Brown, which is from Brick. That's Brick frontman. The guy plays all the
Hmm.
horns and sings. He liked the
Hmm.
music so much he volunteered to come on board with us, played all my horns, arranged all my horns for free.
For free.
For
Oh,
free.
that was a blessing, man.
Yes,
That was
yes,
woo,
yes.
yes.
He told me I got a little unique style and I need to hang on to it. So he told me, like he'll support me in any way he can, and I'm just grateful that he did. He came on board and gave us our first start. So that's where we are.
Oh my goodness. And then, I was looking here, through some of the information that when I went to your website and I saw, speaking of, wanting to do your own songs, I found one of your songs here. I Can't Live Like This. This is one of your originals, right?
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
we're gonna take a listen to it, everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is the extraordinary Glenn Gordon. Woo! Let's give it up right here.
Girl, I really need to talk to you. 'Cause you need to know what I've been going through. And I hope that you see my point of view. 'Cause I'm really, really, really in love with you. But I can't live like this. And I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist. But it's your love I surely will miss, girl. I said I can't live like this. And I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist. But it's your love I learned to miss. I'm finding it hard for me to understand. How can you say to me that I'm the only man when it seems you do everything you can to destroy the love we have in our future plans? And I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I surely will miss, girl. I said I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I learned to miss. Now, baby, let me tell you what we should do. If you have any respect for me or you, it ain't cool playing someone for a fool. If you want another baby, just say we're through. 'Cause I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I surely will miss, girl. I said I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I learned to miss. I said now I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I surely will miss, girl. I said I can't live like this, and I can't love you like this. And yes, your love is hard to resist, but it's your love I learned to miss.
Like I said, thank you. We meant to mention it before we started the song. That was one of our originals that we put out in 2005. It's doing real good on the internet. Now, hopefully before we leave, we'll be able to give you some of our cards that you can go to the internet and check it out for yourself. Yeah.
Ah,
I hope
man.
you, I hope you liked it.
I love it, man. That song has a good vibe. Your publicist Desiree is tuning in, and she said that it's a good song and it's a great vibe, and I agree. And you have a wonderful voice, and you play guitar, man. You do it all.
Thank you so very much. I'm humbly grateful for that because believe it or not, my sister, I can't even read one note. God has blessed me to play.
Oh yeah, well then you truly gifted. Then you what they call play by ear.
That's exactly right.
Truly a gift,
Yeah.
truly a gift. Amazing. And besides your writing and your music career, you are an inventor as well, right?
Yes, I am. Uh, I tell you, the thing of it is, Miller, is that see, I'm a firm believer that the body will heal itself if you treat it right. You
If
know,
you treat it right, yeah.
you may have to change it. You got to pay attention. You may have to change your diet. You know, you
Yes.
may have to control your weight. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whatever the
Mm-hmm.
limited exercise you can do. But
Mm-hmm.
what is most and foremost, you gotta drink water.
Water.
Don't drink no liquid just to drink liquid. You gotta drink water.
Water.
I learned this because I have arthritis in my lower back in the VA hospital. Only thing they was interested in is giving me all these painkillers. They gave me all these painkillers. I started off with 400 milligrams, and I went up to 800 extra strength milligram. I said, no way, I'm not taking this stuff. Then they turned around and put me on a pain shot. They hit me with a pain shot until I said, you know what? There's got to be something better than this. But they was trying to convince me to take these mediocre back support belts that they was giving me and take these pain pills. So the belt wasn't doing anything. The belt would hold me so tight to make me think that it's serving a purpose, but it's not. And then they give me the painkiller pills to try to help the pain go away.
Right.
But what happens after those painkillers wear off, it comes back with a vengeance.
Mm.
But from the grace of God, I was able to create my own belt. The first one I made was a flop. It wasn't nothing. I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't understand raw materials. So what I did the second time around, I went and talked to professional healthcare providers. I spoke to doctors, I spoke to chiropractors, I spoke to physical therapists, I spoke to occupational therapists, I spoke to all of these people who got the degrees in that industry. And they educated me on what I needed to do. And that is, you need a product that's going to be low risk, that's not going to harm the body. It needs to be low risk, but it also got to be effective enough to provide you with some type of health benefits. So the second time around, I was a little bit more educated about what I was doing, and I got the right type of raw materials to put together this time around, and it worked so good. Believe it or not, Millie, the doctors and the chiropractors who've been giving me all this advice would not believe that they use my product personally themselves.
Really?
They use it. I'm telling you, they use the product personally themselves. A matter of fact, they're giving me videos next month to post on my website. They show that they are the ones who use my. They're not only just telling their patients to use it. They're using it.
They are endorsing you. Isn't that something?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I have over 300. I have over 300 professional healthcare providers have endorsed us already. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge blessing to get them to back you like that. So that says a lot about your product.
But I tell you though, I learned from past experience. So Millie, some of us that go out here and get involved in things that we don't know what we're doing. You need to talk with people in that arena first.
Yes, right.
You can have enough problems making the first round, and that's what people assisting you who knows what they're talking about. So you'll be a fool to go into an atmosphere and don't know anything about what you're doing, but you want to try to have a good end result. That was my problem the first time around. I didn't know what I was doing. I called myself wanted to make a back support belt because I wanted to relieve my pain that I have, but I needed to speak with professional healthcare providers. I need to speak with educators who know how compression works with the body. And after I got educated by them, and then after I got educated by Google, then I put two and two together. And from the grace of God, I was so fortunate because my product is made in a medical manufacturer. So my product is FDA approved.
Wow. And was it difficult to get that approval from the FDA?
If you try to file it yourself, if you try to do everything yourself, it can cost you $50,000 or more. But But the thing of it is that I really believe personally, myself personally, I think you'll be an idiot to try to invent a medical device and test it yourself, because you got to keep clinical records. You got to keep clinical records and research and all that kind of stuff. You got to keep all these prominent records, because why? Because the Food and Drug Administration going to look at what you did testing this product to try to justify us giving you a FDA approved approval. So what I did, I went through a manufacturer. This manufacturer makes 98% of the back support belts in America. They make 90% of the medical devices. I went to the manufacturer because the manufacturer, it costs $20,000 to $30,000, but the manufacturer, if you're a client of the manufacturer will do that for you. You don't have to pay that money. The manufacturer have already paid that money because they got hundreds of medical devices that they get registered. So if you're a client of theirs, if you get your stuff manufactured through them, they are responsible for testing your product. They are responsible for going through all the avenues that's necessary. And then they are responsible for joining FDA, and they are responsible for submitting my product. And that's what they did.
And that's what they did.
And that's how I got my FDA approved.
Wow, that's amazing, and I appreciate you for sharing that, because so many people are like, well, I don't know how you even do that. So there you have it.
What I'm doing though, Millie, I'm in the process of writing a book right now. And the reason why I'm writing this book, it's not a long book, probably about 100 pages or something like that. But I'm writing a book because so many of us are I own 4 patents myself. And so many people, they're so adamant, they come to me and they're like, man, I got this great idea. I did this, I did it. Look, don't tell me your idea. I'm an inventor. Is you crazy? Don't tell me your idea. I'm an inventor. You tell me your idea, and I see it's lacking something, and I say I can make it better than what it is. Don't come talking about I stole your idea, because you should have never shared it with me. Your idea to yourself. Don't tell me. I'm trying to tell you this because I don't want you to accuse me of stealing anything from you. So I'm gonna educate you on how to protect yourself until you do show your idea to somebody. You'll already have it. At least you already done filed a patent on it. Whether you get the patent or not, at least you done filed some protection on it. So I want to teach you how to get that protection. So when you come before me and share it with me or somebody like me, you already got some protection. So now you don't have to feel. But if you just come to me talking about, look at this, what I just done, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
I'm an inventor. I'm an inventor.
Yeah.
I see that, and I see it's lacking something. I might just invent your product. I might just enhance on it, and God forbid, I might get a patent on it. And I'm not going to share anything with you because it's not your idea no more. It's my idea.
Well, at least you're honest. At least you're.
So let me help you protect yourself.
Right. And what other products have you invented? I know you did the belt, but for the back and everything, what else have you invented?
Well, see, what I've done, I've made 2 different types of back support belts. I've got one called I Got Your Back, and the other one called We Got Your Back, and the other one is called I Got Your Pockets. So the one that's called We Got Your Back, that one comes with a big gel pack pocket in the back, an 8x12-inch gel pack. And the reason why I did that product is because a lot of the women educated me. They love that product because the product is excellent for female cramps. You can put a big 8x12-inch gel pack in there, put it underneath your clothes. Nobody don't even know you got the thing on, and it helps a lot of young ladies stay on the job because they don't have to worry about missing any days from work because they can manage their pain, and it's unnoticed. A lot of young ladies educated me and taught me that. So that's why that one is called We Got Your Back, with the big gel pack pocket in the back. Now, the belt is excellent for helping you losing weight also because it's made out of neoprene. So they help you lose weight in no time. The belt moves with your body. Now, the other product I made, it's a belt just like We Got Your Back, but the product is called I Got Your Pockets. The reason why I call it I Got Your Pockets, because after I said when I was working in the music industry, doing the building all of these stages and rigging all these stages and stuff, we have to carry tools around with us. There's nowhere carrying all these tools with you. You stick them in your back pocket. It's uncomfortable. They fall out your pocket when you got to climb and stuff. So what I did, I made a big pocket that you can put your tools in, a smaller pocket to carry your cell phone. But lo and behold, a lot of young ladies who work out in the gym was coming to the gym with these big old gallons of water to drink because they don't want to drink out of the faucet. They like my product because the pocket big enough to carry a little bottle of water. So we're in the process now of putting that together so we can have I Got Your Pockets on the market pretty soon. But now the other one I got is what you call a compression first aid kit. If you get in a car wreck or something like that and get hurt, the only thing that's going to stop or slow down bleeding is compression.
Compression.
And you don't have that. So if an ambulance shows up, the ambulance shows up, EMS, they're going to show up with gauze that they can wrap you real tight. If it's too tight, they got to back it off. And if it's too loose, they got to tighten it up. In the meantime, you're still bleeding.
Still bleeding.
So what you need something that's going to apply
Pressure.
compression right away. So the only thing I did, I took my back support belt and made a much smaller version of it. And I made it 4 inches wide, 12 inches long, 24 inches long. You can take them, if it's on your calf or your bicep or something like that, or your arm, you can use the shorter ones. Boom, you got direct pressure. That's quick. If you need to back it off, boom, you got direct pressure. Just that quick. You stop that bleeding a lot quicker.
Mm.
So that one is going to be a first aid compression kit.
First aid compression kit. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking to musician, inventor. He's a veteran, songwriter, producer, all of that. Glenn Gordon out of the ATL. It's getting a little dark where you are. We got to get some more light on you, Glenn. It's getting dark.
Yeah. Especially they can't see my good side over here. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Can is that better?
Go that way.
That's a little better. It's a little better there. Yeah, it's a little better. But I was about to ask you before I mentioned about the lighting. Okay, yeah, that's it. Much better there.
This is my good side right here.
That's your good side.
That way I got all my teeth still on this side. Huh?
On this side. Oh, you're a mess. Glenn, you're something else. So how can we get one of these belts that you're talking about, though?
Wonderful. Only thing you have to do is go to wegotyourback.com. I'm going to spell it for you.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, W-E. That's it right there. We got your back. You know how to put gotcha. You know, most people say we got your back. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm from South Carolina. We down there, we say gotcha. So we say we got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, time is running out. Glenn, we had so much fun. Let me ask you this right quick. In case we want to book you for, like a show or anything, how can we book you?
I'm so very glad you asked that question, because I'll tell you no lie. I have one of the very best publicists. I have one of the all I do is follow her lead. She gets me set up, and the only thing I have to do is find out what time, and I'll be there. My publicist is the best. She is definitely the best. If you want to book me again, please do not hesitate to reach out to my publicist. She'll schedule me, and I'll be there.
Does that look right on the screen?
That looks right to me.
Yes.
That's my publicist right there.
Mm-hmm. She is awesome. She's amazing.
Yes, she is. I'll tell you no lie. It's very important for me to say this, though, Millie, and that is when you get, whether you're an inventor, a book writer, or whatever, you need people in your corner that understand you and appreciate you and willing to support you. I didn't really start enjoying my life. I didn't really start enjoying a lot of the things that I'm doing right now, not until I got my publicist. My publicist, he gives me the freedom to where I can do the things that I need to do now. Because why? She done took all that weight off my shoulders.
That's
I don't
right.
worry about being booked no place, because she books me. I don't worry about none of this kind of stuff. She takes care of all of that. See, when you're trying to do all of those things yourself, trust me, it ain't but so many hours in the day, and you ain't gonna live but so long. So you need to get yourself a good team together.
Good team.
A good team together, and it starts with a publicist. With a publicist.
You are so true. Before we go, any last words or shout outs? You want to shout out to your family, children, friends, whatever? Yes,
I definitely want to. First, I want to give a shout out First, I want to give a shout out to my kids, to all of my I got 3 daughters and 1 son. And I want to let them know that Daddy love them. and I hope they do the best that they can be at what they want to do. Daddy not trying to make an influence on them. That's their life. Do what you want to do, but Daddy gonna be here to support you.
Yes.
In addition to that, I love my sisters. I want to say shout out to all my sisters and everything, but my oldest brother, that is my right-hand person. My oldest brother always kept me straight. I was all the way over in Germany and too afraid to do something wrong because I have to face him. He always makes sure I kept my nose clean wherever I went. So, like, that's my big brother. I love him.
All right. All right. Well, we thank you so much for stopping by, Glenn. And, I know you got a busy night. You got to jump on the stage when you leave this show. So, hey, have a wonderful show and we'll see you next time. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bring It in the House. Have a good night.